Hello, welcome to question number 8, WASSCE 2025 Further Mathematics for Ghanaian Students. A body X of mass 8 kg is suspended by two light inextensible string, which is MX and NX, attached to a ceiling. If the strings are inclined at an angle of 55 degrees and 65 degrees respectively to the downward vertical, we are to find the extensions that are in each of the string correct to the nearest word, whole number. If you follow our tutorial we had on dynamics, mechanics, you will be able to have fair idea on how to draw the diagram for this and resolve the forces. So if we can make a sketch and have our ceiling hanging in here, then the body is hanging somewhere here. So let's see, we have our body X attached by a string at both ends of a ceiling. So there's going to be tension in here and a tension in here. Then the body will also possess weight. Weight will be moving downward. This is going to be the position of what? X, the body. Then M, and this is going to be N. So that MX and NX are attached to what? The ceiling. Now, they said the angle that the string make with the attachment is with downward what? Vertical. There's a downward force here, which is a downward vertical force. So this downward vertical force at where the strings are attached, that angle is what? 55 what? Degree and 65 what? Degree respectively. Now if we draw a line parallel to the ceiling, the line that is parallel to the ceiling is going to produce two angles or a triangle here. This angle is equal to this by alternate angles, and this angle here is right angle. So if here is 65, 55, here will be 90 minus what? 65. That will also be 35, right? If 35, yes. So here will give us 35 degree, and the angle here, let me copy here so that I can write it bigger. 35 degree is here. If here is 65, here will be 90 minus 65. That will be 25, right? 25, yes. So this also become 25 degree. Angles on a straight line add up to 180. Therefore, this plus this, 60 minus that will give you 120. And I believe here is going to be 90, 90. The weight of the body is mg, force of gravity, which is going to be 80 what? Newton. So if we want to resolve this, okay, by, let's say, Lamis theorem, we can resolve these forces like, let's see, we resolve it in this form, not drawn to scale, just okay. So we can have here as W, we can have here as tension 2, I think, tension 2, and this is what? The tension 1. The angle here is 120. The angle here is 90 plus 25, that's 115. Then the angle here is going to be 90 plus 35, that's 125, right? Good. Let's see if we add all of them, that will be 300, 345, okay, 360. That is it. So by the theorems of Lamis, we can start with tension 1. So the tension 1 is divided by the sine of the angle between the other two forces. So tension 2 and W, that is 15. That will be the same as the W divided by the sine of the angle between the other two forces, which is going to be T1, T2. That's 120. Already we know what the W is, which is going to be 80 divided by the sine of what? 120 degree. So this is equal to this. And I'm using T1 as what I'm looking for. So I can multiply both sides by what? Sine 115. So here I can have T1 equals to 80 divided by the sine of what? 120 times the sine of what? 115. Multiplying both sides by 115. We'll cancel it here and go in there. So let's put that on our calculator and see. And if you do that, you should be having 83.72113. But we are looking for a whole number. So we can say, therefore, tension 1 is going to be 8.4 Newton. Let's go for the second one. So similarly, we are going to focus on how to find the tension 2 following the same word approach. So let's see how that will also go. So from here, we focus on tension 2, which is also divided by the sine of the angle between the other two forces, which will be 125 equals to the W divided by the sine of the angle between the other two forces. So 80 divided by sine 120. Multiplying by this will give you tension 2 equals to 80 on sine 120 times the sine of what? 125. And if you put that in the calculator, changing the position of 125, 115 with 125, we should have 76.6700, and that means that tension 2 will also be equals to 77 Newton. That is to the nearest word, whole number. All right, you can get the understanding of the topic on its own on the playlist for dynamics. We have dynamics in twofold: statics, mechanics in twofold: static, mechanics, and what? Dynamic. You can get the full tutorial on this. Thanks for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and bye bye.